and I notice anything for the route. Hello everyone, my name is Victor Guinka. Welcome to Vanguard Live on the midweek edition of Today in the News. We have interesting headlines, all around the country and on the newspapers that we have right in front of us, and then we're starting with yours truly, Vanguard. Very interesting, and yesterday when the list of the ministerial nominee was released to the National Assembly, after the confirmation from the Senate President Ahmed Lawan, the Nigerians were a little bit excited about some of the lists. They had some queries, and of course they also had some good banter over some of the omissions on that list. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with that introduction. Let us go quickly to the headlines and see what we have in front of us on today's Vanguard. Okay, on the front page you have ministerial nominees, new faces as Senate pledges stiff screening. New faces as Senate pledges stiff screening. The Senate President yesterday said the screening will commence today, so interesting angles, and that is another new revelation that will start coming up today. Who would eventually make the lists? Would they have a statement to prove that this is not a rubber stamp Senate? Would they just say, everybody, you are free to go, and then we have a new set of ministers? Whatsoever it is, I know it's going to be a very interesting turn of event, and of course, we at Vanguard will give you all the sides possible to that story. Don't forget to go to our website www.vanguardngr.com to get all the news as they break, not just on the Senate and then every other thing around it. This particular story is on page 5 of the Vanguard with different riders. Begin screening today, says no more bow and go for ex-lawmakers. No more bow and go for ex-lawmakers. Buhari rejects 18 ex-ministers, retains 14. 7 states have 2 slots each. And jubilation in Kwara, Akwa Ibom over Mohammed Saraki Akpabio. And some of the people that were dropped, you see, Okechukwu Enelama of Abia, Udo Udoma of Akwa Ibom, Heineken Lokbobiri of Bayelsa, Aldo Ogbe of Benue, Usani Uguru Usani from Cross River, Ibeka Chiku of Delta, Anthony Anwuka from Imo, Stephen Ucheni from Kogi, then Abdurrahman Dambazal of Kano, Abubakar Buhari from Niger, and Claudius Daramola from Ondo, Isaac Adewale Oshun, Adebayo Shetu Oyo, Solomon Dalon from Plateau, Aisha Abubakar from Sokoto, then Masao Dan Ali from Zamfara. And then some of the returnees, we have Raji Fashola from Lagos, Rotimi Amici Rivers, Zainab Ahmed Kaduna, Mohamed Bello Adamawa, Adamu Bauchi, Obunaya Onu Ebonyi, Chris Ngige Anambra, Osage Ehanire Edo, Adi Serika Katsina Lai Mohammed Kwara, Abubakar Malami Kebi, Geoffrey Onyema Enugu, Suleiman Adamu Jigawa, Mustafa Baba Sheuri Brono, and you can see all the full details on page 5 of Vanguard for all of those things. Those are some of the people that were dropped, and of course some of the returning, as you can see in that place. Would you say some surprise and inclusion or omission from that list? Just let us have your thoughts on this one so that we would see where it belongs. Of course, this has got so many people talking all around yesterday. But moving away from the page 5 to page 10, where we have Osibajo, Tinubu, Oshoba, others eulogize Jakonde's virtue at 90. Oh, that is very interesting. You can see all the photos of that one on page 14. Also, stories on page 10, photos on page 14 of that one. The very, very, one of the best things to have happened to Lagos State, talking about the former governor Lateef Jakonde, that housing scheme, next to nothing. Then reps to Buhari, El-Rufai, don't release El-Zakzaky on court orders. Shiites continue protests in Abuja. We learned yesterday that there was another round of protests from members of them, the Shiites in Abuja yesterday. It is becoming a daily occurrence. And don't forget, they also said next stop would be Lagos State, and we don't know when that will be, and we are hoping that something will be done on time. But it is the rep saying Buhari El-Rufai should not release El-Zakzaky on court orders. That is really, very, very conflicting and confusing. But if you want all the news, just check on page 8 of the Vanguard. And something on business news on page 10. Economic growth remains weak at 2.11% in quarter 2 of 2019. Remains weak at quarter 2 of 2019. In quarter 1, some of the reasons that was given was election preparation and things around it. But we just don't know what another factor is responsible for this, and that report is coming from the Central Bank of Nigeria. Okay, you can see some of the faces of the ministers that were nominated again from the 43-man list that will be facing the Senate today. We have Lai Mohammed, we have Festus Keyamo, Rotimi Amechi, Rajiv Fashola, Bemi Saraki, Godswill Akpabio, Olorun Nimbe Mamora, then Sunday Diary, and Pauline Tallinn. All of them and more. Okay, but these are the faces we have on the front page of the Vanguard. And away from that story, we have some stories on page 9. Military investigation stolen 600 million operation fund. Military investigating stolen 600 million operation fund. That is the defense headquarters. That's a huge lot of cash, 600 million there. Okay, and it says, I won't return Nigeria to days of exporting jobs. Coming from Buhari. Interesting times here. The president seems to have made a lot of statements about the ministerial. And don't forget that sometimes, last week or 2 weeks ago, the president said that the ministers that he will be bringing on board will not be strange to him. And then we have this very interesting list. It is very safe to say that these are the president's men, on board, as much as we can see. And whichever way it is, just let us know what you think about this inclusion. Is there anybody you are particularly excited about? Is there anybody you feel should not be in the list? Or is there somebody you feel should have made the list that is not there? Don't forget that they will be subjected to screening. It is not automatic, and the Senate is saying no, it is not going to be a bow and go process. So expect thorough screening from this exercise. Okay, and away from that, to page 38, FJ will collaborate with Southwest Monarchs to tackle insecurity. FJ will collaborate with Southwest Monarch to tackle insecurity. Coming from Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo. That's on page 38. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has been going around the Southwest visiting traditional rulers and then engaging them on what to be done, what can be done on the on security, talking about them invasion from X-Men and every other kidnapping, banditry and all of that. Okay, it was at Oyo State a couple of days ago where he met with Alafin, asking the president, to change the security chief. You can get that story on page 38 and enjoy every angle to that story. Okay, so we have our interesting columnist on page 17. We have Prince Will, Dear Bumi on relationship on page 30. We have fashion on page 31, and we have Southeast Voice also. Okay, then we have affair for Vanguard on page 14. Relevance of separation of powers and its application to Nigeria. That is the third series. Okay, so if you've missed the first two, you can for sure get it on our website www.vanguardngr.com. Okay, away from the front page and straight to the back pages where we take some sports news, and you can see some interesting pictures there. And this headline: Ure Dalong is not returning as sports minister. That is what that is saying. Dalong is not returning as sports minister. A couple of weeks ago, the Solomon Dalong said that there is nobody born of human that can stop him from making that list. But right now, it looks like the only person that can stop him from making that list has done so, talking about the president. And you can see him in his regalia and hunting, attire in that one. Yeah, and that's that on that. Then when boxer dies after brutal match, leaves him with brain damage. Oh, very sad one there. Occupational hazard, that one is. Yeah, and we have the Aito Cup finals get new dates. Find out that, and then you can see most valuable clubs on that one. Check out where your club belongs in all of that. Of course, there are some likely some familiar faces, names in that one there. And we have mass resignation at Shooting Stars after club fail in promotion bid. Shooting Stars have been underperforming, and right now look like they're massive resignation from players. Are they civil servants? Where are they resigning to? Okay, you can get that story there. Then we have Chelsea 2, Barcelona 1. Abraham Barkley slay Spanish champions in Japan. There were some interesting tweets exchanged from those clubs before that match yesterday. You can catch up with them. Very exciting banters, those ones. Then Amunike begs IOC for new Atlanta 96 gold medal. What happened to the other one? We don't know. Get a story on that place and enjoy for yourself. Okay, if you're just joining us, it is Today in the News on Vanguard and its midweek edition. We are looking at the ministerial list among other issues on the front page of the national newspapers we have before us. Very quickly, let us see some of the comments we have and see the ones we can take. We have Kave's son saying good morning. We say good morning to you too. Then the top fan, Andrew Ikaire, saying why did not know himself by recycling the old people that he's bringing on board. Okay, Adibe Chinedi saying good morning Vanguard. We say good morning. Habib Musa is saying free Zakzaki. Well, that is the president to decide. And okay, so we have Mubarak Ejiofor saying good morning Nigerians. He's saying good morning from this side. Then Betu Wabere says they should stop gambling with innocent lives. Okay, then Andrew again is saying I pray Senate should remove. You keep calling them names that are not pleasant. Sorry, I can't take that. Yeah. Then Evan Christian Izogo says Ibe Kachuku should have come back. That is what he's saying, that Ibe Kachuku should have made the list. And then Masad is saying thank you Vanguard. We say thank you for watching us. And Ajay Daniel is saying having Dr. Ogbonaya Onu back is a welcome development. I believe that he has much to offer in the area of science and technology development in Nigeria. Okay. And then Aboluwari Ademola Emmanuel saying I expect the immediate past governor of Lagos State Akinwumi Ambode to be on the ministerial list instead of Senator Mamora. Rauf Aregbesola has failed the people of Osun State. Is PNB government compensating failure? That's a serious poser in that one. But those are your opinion, Ademola Emmanuel. But thank you for that piece. And we have Chukwu Emeka saying I think Dalong, former sports minister, boasted of returning back. What happened? What happened? You know, we don't know what happened there. Away from that, we can keep the comments coming. We are going to take as much as we can take, as long as we keep it simple enough for us to take. And then we go straight to Daily Trust. Daily Trust major headline is also something on the Senate and the ministerial list. The Senate begins screening of ministerial nominees today, and you can see the bold faces of those ministers all on board. An interesting one there. And on the right, we have senators postpone recess for exercise. List uninspiring, coming from PDP. Where else? Okay, that the list is uninspiring. Okay, we'll find out. Ghanaian traders close shops owned by Nigerians at Accra. That's a very, very sad one, but it's a developing story. Ghanaian traders close shops owned by Nigerians at Accra. First was South Africa, now it is Ghana. What's happening to Nigerians across Africa? Okay, this day is a Senate delays recess to screen 43 ministerial nominees, just like you have on the front page of other newspapers. Then we have House in rowdy session over calls to ban Shiite, free El Zakzaki. Okay, Channel TV reporter for burial in Zaria. Then police disperse Shiite procession in Abuja. Okay, that's a very, very sad one there. Some are calling for the ban of Shiites. And we should also ask you what you think about that. Do you think Shiite should be proscribed? Should it be banned? And then should El Zakzaki be free, regardless of what the court is saying? Yeah, we'd like to see your response on this one, and we appreciate if you can come with some good intellectual discussions so that we'll be able to read your comments. Nobody is talking about Ruga again. Okay, but Edo is talking about Ruga. He said no land for Ruga in Edo, says Obaseki. That is the governor of Edo State, saying no Ruga land in that state. Yeah, you can see on the front page of the Punch, ministerial list nominees incompetent, lack fresh ideas. PDP, ASU, TMG, all speaking out on that one. And then you can see a very emotional picture there from the Director General of the NYSC, Brigadier General Shuaib Ibrahim, with an injured corps member in Abuja. Then the remains of corps member Precious Ola be killed on Monday during the Shiite protest. You can see other corps members carrying the corps. A very, very sad one. Okay, some have said, is it really a crime to serve your fatherland? Because if security is not guaranteed, what is service to a nation? Yeah, but you can see that one there. Akpabio, Saraki, Silva, Kenyamu Mamora, Akume make list, Kachuku Dambazawa, Adewale Shitu, 13 others dropped. Buhari picks Imo lawmaker who dumped APC. Oh, interesting one there. Buhari picks Imo lawmakers who dumped APC. Yeah. And we have Boris Johnson takes over as British Prime Minister today. Yeah, interesting one. All of that on the front page of the Punch. Okay, then finally we have The Nation. The Nation is looking at another list here. Say Aregbesola, Fashola, Onu, others on ministerial list. Alasho Adura Mamora, Mohammed Bemi Saraki, Adebayo Dari listed. Talking about new entrants there. And then we have the picture of of the belly of the aircraft after hard landing at the Lagos airport. talking about passengers injured as Air Peace plane loses tire. Terrible one. You can see the picture there and the tire there. Yeah. Buhari wants Shiites as 2 more die. Buhari wants Shiites as 2 more die after yesterday's protest, or those injured from the other protest on Monday. Whatever it is, that is the front page of The Nation, all there. Okay, let's see if we can take some other comments before we go and see what people are saying on social media. Chukwuemeka Nwachukwu say, I think, okay, that we've taken that one. There, Francis said, don't like the crop of ministers being nominated though. That is Francis Energy Mark saying he doesn't like the crop of ministers being nominated. Then Bayo is saying, good, Vanguard, thank you very much. Sam Chi Ventures says, something terrible happened in Enugu, but no newspaper is carrying it. Can you tell us about it so that we can join that discussion? Thank you for calling our attention to that, Sam. Then top fan Charles Ukeagbu is saying, is this compensating allies and a half of old ministers? What takes Buhari 2 or 3 months to name? We have been expecting another Buhari technocrats. Yeah, Francis is saying the rest of Africans are simply jealous of Nigerians and Nigeria and reacting to the Ghana issue. Well, then Faith Finchine is saying so many unsolved distractions in that your country. So sad. We don't know where you are talking, where you're writing from. Maybe you should let us know. Okay, then AGK is saying AGK is watching live. Rock on, thank you for whatever that sign means. AGK. Okay, very quickly we go straight to the social media and see what people are talking about. Let's see the top trends on social media this morning. If you're just joining us, it is Today in the News. My name is Victor Ogunyika, giving you all the news as it is dropping nice and slow. A lot of interesting mix here. On Twitter, we have Wednesday Motivation, Wednesday Super Sales, Wednesday Thoughts, Guangon by B1, then Wednesday Wisdom, Tomiwa, Asensio, Shaka, Rihanna, Jazz, Jumia Walk. Okay, let's see which will take. Of course, Wednesday Motivation. Let's get some motivation this wet month, Wednesday morning. Well, Ajayi Olaleka. Okay, that's an advert. Sorry, we can't take that. Then girls is saying 30 minutes of sexual pleasure with the wrong person can make you broke, sick forever. Be careful who you get intimate with. Some people can contaminate you physically, mentally, or spiritually. That's a hard knock there. Okay. Let's see some other ones. Okay, doesn't look like we have so much inspiring tweets here this morning. Everybody is joking. Which else? Okay, Akwa Ibom State. What are they saying about Akwa Ibom State? Okay, there's a video of a chairman, a local government chairman, reportedly somewhere at Akwa Ibom, Abak local government secretariat, and this doesn't look good. The local government chairman flogging his staff. Okay. This is not a very, very pleasant one. You should go and see that for yourself, and of course be sure that we are going to give you the details of that news as long as we catch up with it. Okay, the social media doing what they know how to do best with them banters and news everywhere around. Okay, let's see. Faith Chine says he's writing from Great Britain. Yeah, thank you. Then Collins Abba is saying good morning, Als. Yep. As it stands right now, it looks like that is how far we can go this morning on the morning show Today in the News. So you can just catch up with the ministerial list if you don't know already. There's going to be a screening starting today of that list, and you don't want to miss who your ministers would be and what they have to do in the next 4 years. Okay, that is how far we can go this morning. Thank you for hanging out with us. My name is Victor Ogunyika, and I've been doing this with my producer Idowu Bankole. So we'll see you next time.